Did you know that men over 50 are the least likely to seek help for mental health issues, yet they have the highest rate of suicide globally? It's a shocking truth. Men in their golden years are silently grappling with depression, loneliness, and a slew of other mental health issues. The stigma around seeking help, combined with societal expectations, creates a lethal cocktail of silent suffering. This is the unspoken crisis, and it's time we address it. Depression, loneliness, anxiety, these are battles that many men over 50 are fighting, often in silence. Let's take a moment to peel back the curtain on these invisible struggles. It's not unusual to think of the golden years as a time of relaxation and peace. But the reality can be a stark contrast. It's a stage filled with significant life changes, and for some, it's a period marked by profound loneliness and depression. Depression isn't just about feeling blue. It's a persistent feeling of sadness, a loss of interest in activities once enjoyed, and a crippling inability to carry out daily tasks. For some, it's accompanied by unexplained physical problems, like back pain or headaches. It's not a normal part of aging, but it's a common issue that men over 50 grapple with. Loneliness, on the other hand, isn't as straightforward. It's not about being alone. It's about feeling alone. It's the deep-seated feeling of being disconnected, of not belonging, of feeling like an outsider in your own life. This isolation can lead to a downward spiral of negative thoughts and feelings, which can exacerbate mental health issues like depression and anxiety. Anxiety is another beast altogether. It's more than just feeling stressed or worried. It's an excessive, intense fear or dread that doesn't go away and can get worse over time. It can interfere with daily activities and can manifest in various ways, such as panic attacks, obsessive thoughts, or constant worries about health and finances. So, how do we spot these invisible struggles? Look for changes in behavior, mood, or personality. Watch out for signs like persistent sadness, withdrawal from social activities, excessive worries, or unexplained physical problems. Remember, these signs might not be obvious. After all, these struggles are often fought in silence. These mental health issues are not just personal battles, they're societal issues that we need to address together. It's time we break the silence and start talking about these invisible struggles. Because these struggles, these battles fought in quiet desperation, are more common than you might think. These invisible struggles are more common than you might think. Why is it that men over 50 are less likely to seek help for mental health issues? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tough question with a complex answer. But let's dive into it, shall we? We live in a society where mental health often takes a back seat. More so, for men over 50, the stigma around mental health is even more profound. They are part of a generation where toughing it out was the norm, and showing vulnerability was seen as weakness. But let's get one thing straight. Seeking help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. This stigma, this fear of being perceived as weak, often deters older men from seeking the help they need. It's like a silent barrier, an invisible wall that stands between them and the path to recovery. And this isn't just harmful, it's downright dangerous. Why, you ask? Well, let's paint a picture. Imagine a man, let's call him John. John's been feeling low for a while now. He's lost interest in things he used to love, he's feeling isolated, but he's afraid to seek help because he fears judgment, he fears the stigma. So, he bottles it up, he puts on a brave face, and he carries on. But the problem doesn't go away, it festers, and the longer it festers, the worse it gets. This is the danger of the stigma. It prevents men like John from seeking help, from getting the support they need to navigate their mental health struggles. It creates a cycle of silence and suffering that can have devastating consequences. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. Change is possible. It starts with understanding, with empathy, with compassion. It starts with conversations like this one, with breaking down the walls of silence, with challenging the stereotypes and the stigma. So, let's keep this conversation going, let's challenge the stigma, let's support each other, and let's create a world where seeking help is seen for what it truly is, a step towards healing, a sign of strength, not weakness. Breaking this stigma is crucial for improving mental health outcomes. And remember, it's okay to not be okay, and it's more than okay to seek help. We all need support, especially when dealing with mental health issues. It's a simple truth that bears repeating. No man is an island. In the face of mental health struggles, having a robust support network is not just beneficial, it's essential. Community, whether it's a group of close-knit friends, a dedicated support group, or even an online forum, provides a sense of belonging. This feeling of connection can be a lifeline when battling feelings of loneliness or depression. It's in these spaces where you can share experiences, trade advice, and realize that you are not alone in your journey. In addition to this, support from mental health professionals is paramount. Therapists, psychiatrists, and counselors are equipped with the tools and knowledge to guide individuals through their mental health journey. They provide coping strategies, therapeutic techniques, and, if necessary, medication. But let's face it, sometimes it's hard to take that first step to seek help. That's why it's so important to have individuals in your life who can encourage you, who can say, "It's okay to reach out and I'll be here with you every step of the way." These cheerleaders can be family members, friends, or even healthcare providers. For men over 50, there are numerous resources available. Various organizations offer mental health services specifically tailored to their needs. These include programs for veterans, support for those dealing with grief or loss, and resources for men grappling with retirement or other life transitions. Technology has also opened up new avenues of support. Teletherapy, for example, allows individuals to receive counseling from the comfort of their own home. Online forums and social media groups provide spaces for men to connect and share their experiences with others who understand their struggles. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It takes courage to face your struggles head-on and to reach out when you need a helping hand. So if you're dealing with mental health issues, don't go it alone. Reach out, connect, seek help. Support is out there and it can make all the difference. So, what can we do to help men over 50 who are struggling with mental health issues? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Let's not just sit around and ponder. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty and talk about some practical steps we can take. First up, reach out. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But oh, how powerful it can be. A phone call, a message, a visit. These can mean the world to someone who feels isolated or depressed. You don't have to be a mental health expert, you just need to be there. Show empathy, lend an ear, offer a shoulder. Small gestures can make a big impact. Next, let's talk about promoting mental health awareness. It's not just about wearing a ribbon once a year, folks. It's about talking, sharing, understanding. It's about breaking down the walls of stigma and misconception. It's about educating ourselves and others that mental health is just as important as physical health. Let's get this conversation going, not just in our homes, but in our workplaces, our communities, our schools. And here's another important point. Advocating for better resources. We need to demand more from our healthcare system. We need more affordable, accessible mental health services. We need more trained professionals who understand the unique challenges of mental health in older adults. But how do we do that? We write to our representatives, we sign petitions, we vote, we make our voices heard. Lastly, let's not forget self-care. It's not selfish, it's necessary. Encourage the men in your life to take time for themselves, to engage in activities they enjoy, to eat well, sleep well, and stay active. Remember, mental health is not a personal failing. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a part of our overall well-being, and it's time we treated it as such. So let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. Let's reach out, raise awareness, advocate for change, and practice self-care. Together, we can make a difference. Let's make that difference, starting today. Mental health issues don't discriminate, they can affect anyone, at any age. This is a truth we've journeyed through today, shedding light on the unspoken crisis that many men over 50 face daily. We've examined the invisible struggles, the silent battles waged behind closed doors, and the powerful emotions that can often go unnoticed. Depression, loneliness, these are not mere words but real-life challenges that can be as debilitating as any physical illness. We've also emphasized the unfortunate stigma associated with seeking help. The misplaced notions of masculinity that prevent many from reaching out, the societal attitudes that often shroud mental health in a cloak of shame. But let's be clear, there's absolutely no shame in seeking help. It's a sign of strength, a step towards reclaiming one's life. We've acknowledged the importance of community and support. No man is an island, and in times of mental distress, having a supportive network can make a world of difference. A listening ear, a comforting word, a simple, "I'm here for you," can be a beacon of hope in the darkest hours. We've called for action, for a collective effort to bring these issues to the forefront, to foster understanding, empathy, and compassion. This is not a fight for one, but a fight for all. Remember, it's okay to not be okay, and it's more than okay to seek help. Let's break this stigma together.